like I am quite confident to get the boss down today. Going on to Stone Legion, it is pretty known that, from what I understand, that the balancing glaive ability, I forget its name, is still very bugged. Um,
Yeah.
and it generally, Blizzard, even if there are some things wrong with the fight, they keep it that way so that the next few guilds can kill it in the same way. But I wonder how soon until they fix the glaives, because this isn't a matter of something being overtuned or something weird. It's genuinely, there's actual some serious bugs in that fight. I believe that we did see a similar thing on Council, where I don't think they actually intended us to be able to attack the gargoyle in intermission. However, they changed that, but then reverted it back and claimed it was a bug, which, you know, who knows. But then,
Yeah, and
if we get to Stone
the
Legion,
main issue with it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Stick.
I was gonna say, if we get to Stone Legion, that would be like the reverse effect, where something genuinely is bugged, but then would they revert it and then arguably make it significantly easier for these other guilds?
Yeah, and the thing with Stone Legion is, I'm pretty sure the Wicked Blade actually still has some bugs in there as well. I think yesterday I actually managed to talk a little bit to one of the Echo Raiders, Mini, and sometimes the blade doesn't want to return to the boss just yet. You know, sometimes the boss throws the blade, and the blade's like, "Wow, you look great today. I'm gonna hang around you for a little bit longer." And it, especially when you realize, you know, it's a fight with a lot of movement. There's soaks, there's upheavals, there is knockbacks off the ads, and it can just so easily cause you, even when trying to run back, that the blade's just there, and then it takes on the raid, and the raid has 17 bleed stacks, and you have to pop all your CDs, and then the Goliath is like, haha, I'm gonna bite you as well. And yeah, it's weird, because normally guilds can kind of understand if the last boss is a little bit bugged, right? Like, there's sometimes just bugs just happen on the last boss. We don't test them, and that's a very big reason. But Stone Legion is testing a lot, and yeah, it's rough. It's rough. And it basically makes it harder for guilds, because you have to kind of assign people, but then, you know, if they have the blades, then they can't do the assignments, because they have to stand still after the blades, because you can't move. And it's messy, but not as messy as those first pillar soaks. Actually, those were not messy as well. Those were beautiful. And Jacob is blasting, and Hippo is not for once. Which means if Hippo is my king. I love Hippo, because I just like hippos in general, and his name reminds me of those. And he's 8th right now. Need him next. Convoke is the big one, I believe.
I don't know. That's like a big DPS difference from normal. Is that possibly a RNG difference, or is he just getting in the swing of things again?
Convoke is basically, I'm gonna cast 16 spells in a 4-second window. And the spells can be anything. So it could be full moons, it can be star searches, or it could be little wraths. So you're basically just trying to use the lottery and see which strong spells you can throw or which weak spells you can throw. And I mean, a full moon is gonna crit for like 30-40k, I think, almost, during that 100% damage taken increase, and a wrath might do like 5. So it's a big difference. And this next pillar has gone down. Everything is better on this one as well.
Yeah. Just earlier on the shout, it looks like they use an Ankh totem, so their B-res counter should be completely intact. Oh, actually, we see a B-res at the right. They're going to have...
Yep.
Yeah. So
they have a
res
available, and they have a res available, and then they have another one in 50 seconds, which you prefer to keep all of them, because if people don't die at all, that's the best. But normally during this fight, you do end up using one. If you have a B-res, you can actually sacrifice that chain slam. I think it's number 5 or number 6 that is in this specific phase. I think it might be 5, and they have some really good damage at this point. I mean, 40% after the 3rd pillar is a very, very good position to be in. So they're on par right now. They're very much on par, and they're gonna keep pumping, and they're gonna keep blasting. Bloodlust gets popped a little bit early. Make sure that those healers get to top the raid, and this Bloodlust is still going to be persisting all the way throughout that 100% damage taken increase. So everyone right now is setting up the damage, everyone is healing, everyone is dodging the rubbles, the boss gets moved, and the next charge is incoming. This is a fantastic pool so far. I want them to kill this freaking boss and move on to the next one. The soaks get done, the CDs get popped, the Convoke is going, we can say boom, absolutely popping. We can see Hippo absolutely popping. Jacob, the god of mages, is still number 1. And the boss is down to freaking 10% already. They still have this entire time. This is by far the best percent I've actually seen on all of these bosses. They are so on par to actually kill
And
this
they're
boss.
going in
They
it
just need to
with both of
stay
their battle
alive.
reses.
They have combat reses still, they have all CD still. They just need to survive at this point. I don't care, Warrior. Go into your defensive stats, because this is by far the best pull I've seen. 8% already, and he hasn't even charged in yet. They could practically just kill him in the charge window almost from here on out. You want to stay alive, the chain slam comes in. Bop this chain slam,
Lord,
have him
4
die.
seconds.
Yes, they do. They have the combat rest for this. Psychox is still alive. You see the Bob walking on the left side.
Everybody
There's 5%
survives the
left
roar.
on this boss. They still have everything. They still have Link, they still have Barrier. This could very well just be it. The boss is
Psycho dipping down
absolutely
to
low.
7.
4%. It doesn't matter who's even gonna die. They could 10-man the boss from this point on almost at this
Subs
point.
goes down,
They
but
have
everybody, all the DPS are still up.
they have the rest. Rest subs up, Cry, Barrier, Link, and Nuke.
Everybody
Nuke,
lives the
Spirit.
wall smash. They're so close, they're so close.
0.4%, 0.1%, and it's down.